This video is part of a full podcast, link in the description for the full podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe and turn that notification bell on. Enjoy the video. And we are back from a short break to come back and do a tier list of all Chelsea managers. Let's get started with Gus Hiddink. Where would you rank Gus Hiddink? We've got 5 tiers. The special one, very good, solid, meh and sacked in the morning. Where's Hiddink going to
go? So sacked in the morning is last and meh is before that?
Meh's 4th.
Meh is 4th and very good and solid?
Very good 2nd and then solid 3rd, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put him in solid.
Okay.
Just because he is the greatest interim manager of all time. Like, he has saved us on 2 different occasions where we've been just crumbling. I remember most recently in the 2015-16 season under Jose Mourinho, where we were in a relegation battle, lost to Leicester. Thank you very much. And then in comes Gus Hiddink, the savior, and just gets us to 10th, which wasn't very great, but we were literally in a relegation battle. So
it was a great season, mate.
He's the savior, Gus Hiddink.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love the bloke. That season, not a very good season for you lot. Best season of my life. Gus Hiddink, the man that was behind the tactics of drawing with Spurs in the Battle of the Bridge to win Leicester City the Premier League title. So yeah, Gus, mate, absolutely love you. You can have my babies, whatever you want. Cheers for winning us the league.
Yeah, also even going back even further to Scolari, when Scolari got sacked in 2008, Hiddink came in, won us the FA Cup. So he's pretty good.
A solid manager. Let's go for Rafa Benitez next.
He's sacked in the morning all day long. Okay. Sacked in the morning. It was awful. That season was awful. We won the Europa League under him, but the football we played was awful. He completely benched John Terry for most of the season and said he's too old to play. And the very next season, Jose Mourinho comes in. John Terry plays every single game of every single minute of every single game. And in our league win 2 years later. So screw you, Rafa, you almost killed our captain.
There we go then. No nice words for Rafa Benitez. Let's go to Frank Lampard next.
Okay. I really love Lampard as a manager. I think his time at Chelsea was sometimes misunderstood in terms of people don't rate it highly enough, that top 4 achievement. When Mourinho said his biggest achievement of his career is coming second with Man United, Lampard's achievement of coming 4th is just as good. With that team, bringing in stars that we have now. Mason Mount came up under him. Reece James, who was actually going to be loaned to Crystal Palace that season until Lampard said, hell no.
I want him.
Yeah, we would have had Zappa Costa running our right wing back right now. If it wasn't for Frank Lampard. And not just those two, he gives so many different players opportunities.
Tomori,
you think of Tomori, Tammy, but even deeper, Mark Gahey made his Chelsea debut under Lampard, killing it at Palace. He's Crystal Palace's captain right now, which is insane. Ian Maatson on loan at Burnley got his debut under him. So what he it was hard to watch at some points where we would concede a lot of goals, 4-0 against Man United and stuff like that. But I would put him in solid with Gus Hiddink just because he did so much. He changed Chelsea for the better, especially after what the season that we had under Mauricio Sarri.
Fair enough. Let's go for talking about Sarri. Let's go for Sarri next.
Okay. I'm gonna go meh.
Okay.
For Sarri. I love the guy. Very his interviews, he's as a human being, great guy. I don't mind the smoking or anything. A lot of people just slandered him for being a chain smoker, which is a bit harsh. But we didn't get to see enough of him and enough of him to see his football come to life. Because Sarri ball is a very specific type of football, which the players took a while to adapt to. So that first half of this season was so drab, so boring. I could fall asleep during most of those games. But the second half, we did see us play a lot better, especially that Europa League final against Arsenal. We absolutely battered them. We were playing fluid football, and it was very good to see. But at the same time, we didn't see what happened after that because, he left.
Yeah.
So just because of that, I'm going to put him in meh because, what we did see from him was meh.
Yeah, I mean, for me, he's always going to be remembered for the Kepa incident.
Oh, yeah.
Something that I don't think many Chelsea fans or many
There was a
football
huge
fans
fight
general.
in the Europa League final, the last training session. There was a huge fight with him and David Luiz. So yeah, that wasn't, and he threw his cap on the ground and stormed off training. And this was, how like they live stream training.
Yeah. Wow.
This was during that. So Chelsea fans are watching that like, did our manager just leave like the day before the final?
That's not great.
So that wasn't fun.
No, I can imagine. We'll go for another Italian now, Antonio Conte.
I love Don Conte. He like came in, lost a bunch of games, switched to a 3 at the back, won 13 games in a row, went on to win the league.
I remember that.
The following season, didn't get backed in the transfer market, went on to win the FA Cup and dipped.
Yeah, basically.
So I'm going to put him in the very good category because, he is... you can see what he's doing at Spurs as well, even though, Spurs sometimes still do Spursy things. He has done really well with the squad that they have, and they've recruited well this summer as well. And they're a pretty good team now. And Conte is just always going to be very highly rated by Chelsea fans.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, until he moved to Spurs, and then I have a feeling there was...
we still like him.
Do you? Fair enough. I know that there was some love lost for a couple of Chelsea fans.
Yeah, there was love lost after this game against Spurs. The one where Tuchel and Conte had that little, face-off, the FIFA cover kind of thing.
One thing
there was love lost there, but before that it was nice. I still like him.
One thing I will tell you is that when he did actually go to Spurs, one of my Chelsea mates put something on his story, sort of going, Antonio Conte, you're a snake. Antonio Conte viewed it.
That's crazy. He's the last manager to win us a league. So until we don't win another league, we got to rate him highly.
No, but that's a story I'll tell for quite a while. Yeah, Antonio Conte saw one of my mates call him a snake. Let's move on to your current man now, Graham Potter.
We spent like 30 minutes. I think I spoke about Potter. So I am gonna put him in meh right now, just because not through his fault, but through circumstances that he's been put into. It's still too early to kind of give him a rating, in my opinion. So meh is the best opinion I have, because I can't really rate him any higher than that.
Fair enough. We'll go for the special one. And is he going to go in the special one tier? Jose Mourinho.
Ooh, he is going to go in the special tier. There we go, then. Just because he transformed Chelsea. Before him, we hadn't won a league in forever. And not just winning a league, he built that dynasty. He got us players and made them he got us players like Drogba, and not just brought them in like how Lampard has brought Havertz and everyone in, but he actually made them what they ended up being. In the future, players like Lampard just went on another level. Joe Cole, that first league win. So I started supporting Chelsea after that season, because my brother's a United fan, and when I picked my team, I was like, I want to go for the underdog, and Chelsea was the underdog at that point. They were the disruptors. We ruined football, as many people say. And what Jose was able to do to, Arsenal had just gone invincible the season before that. We had United were winning the league for fun, and to disrupt that was exactly what we needed at Chelsea at that point, where we were starting to spend a bunch of money and disrupt football in general, and so he was the perfect element of chaos. He was the special one, and his recruitment was great. We signed players who stayed on for years and years, Ricardo Carvalho, Paulo Ferreira, some people forget about the defensive record under him, conceding 15 goals in a season. That's never gonna happen. Chelsea's home record that started under him but went on to 85 or 95 games where we were unbeaten at home. that's another record that might not be beaten again. And he had 2 terms where he came back again and showed us that he can win the league again. So it's hard to put anyone above him. Tuchel was close, but no, Jose has a special place in my heart.
Fair enough. And then you touched on him there. The final manager we have in the tier list is Thomas Tuchel.
He's definitely going on the very good ranking. Just what he did to win the Champions League out of nowhere, like no one expected that. He's won trophies for Chelsea that no other Chelsea manager has, like the Club World Cup. Not the most prestigious trophy, but that's been
nice
a hurdle,
one to win.
You know. Yeah, it's a nice one to win. We have the badge that looks really sexy on the pretty shit-looking kit. So he was able, and he brought, after Lampard, we thought the feel-good factor had gone. He brought that right back, and the way he handled the sanctions and stuff is another, like, that counts as a trophy for me.
Yeah.
So I would say, Thomas Tuchel, I miss you, first of all. And you're going straight into very good. If you were very close to, dethroning the special one.
There we go. Not quite, though, for Thomas Tuchel. But that is the end of this tier list.